Okay, I'm back. I've got a box. You know that box that wife says, oh, I don't know why you keep all those bits, you know. You just seem to see value in them where there isn't any value and things like that. Well, in that box, I've got the right nuts. Don't tell me it's not worth keeping all the crap, because it is. Right, we're going to try again. This time, I am not going to drop them. If I do, I know where I've got some spares now. One. Oh, I'm not having a good day. I'll tell you what, it's because it's cold and windy and wet out here. I'm not enjoying, well, I am enjoying the colour, but I'm not enjoying the cold and windy and wet bit. There we go. Right, so I've now put both of those on there. That give those a little twist. We're not going to pinch them up tight yet. You'll see why in a moment. Alright, so before I pinch up the clamp bolts, we're going to put this back on. And the reason we do that is because this pipe doesn't really bend very much. So, and the injector has got a bit of slop in it. So, rotationally, we can adjust the fit to this injector pipe by allowing the injector to settle into the right orientation before we tighten up its clamp bolts. Like that. Okay, and then get this, stick that back on there, do these up. As that one was loose, I'm going to check the water tightness while I've got the right tool in my hand. God, they're all loose. That's not going to be helping now, is it? Got about a quarter return on every single one of them. Okay, that's good. I'm pleased. Now, I think we can now put the inlet manifold back on, which will block up all these holes and stop the ship from falling down them. Do you want to do that? Is now the moment to do that? Hell yeah, I think it is. I have got a replacement pipe for this, which is a salvage one off another engine. It's vacuum pipe. I've got one with all the right fittings and everything. I'm pondering whether or not I want to change it, or if that one's okay. Because this has been murdered at some point. Someone's taken a bleeding hammer to it. No, I'm not going to change it. It's not broken. It's not pretty, but it's not broken. I can change it another day if I want to. If this fix doesn't work and I have to take it all apart again, then I'll change it. Agreed? Good. off cam, I cleaned up the inlet manifold and fitted all its new gaskets, and I fitted the EGR delete. So that's ready to go straight in. There was one problem. These gaskets here, there should be 6 in a kit, and there was only 5. So I've had to reuse one. And the ones I took off were in a terrible condition. They were really hard. But I soaked this in a bit of kerosene for about an hour to soften it up. And it seems to be fine now. It's not perfect, but then again, this engine isn't perfect. When you go to drop that back on, it's always worth just using one hand to pull the vacuum pipe out of the way, because otherwise this lug on the manifold here catches on there just at the point where you want to get it over the stud, and that just makes the whole thing really awkward. So you're much better off just pulling that back so that the manifold can drop straight over the stud. Make that the first thing you line up, and then the rest of it will just jiggle around and fall on. Right, it's just starting to rain, so we're not going to piss around here. Grab a relevant spanner, put the relevant socket on it, because I don't like working in the rain. I'm going to tighten these up a little so we can keep the mice out. And then we're going to tidy up for the day, and we'll have had a nice hour. Injector is changed. Maybe tomorrow I'll get the opportunity to come out and put the rest of this back together again so that we can start it. Won't that be exciting? Slip that over there. Right. Spiders and mice can't get in there now. Let's pick up the tools and let's call it a day for now, because the rain is coming down. So there you go, there she is. Inlet manifold back in place but not tightened down yet. We've still got a couple of things left to do. We need to do the crankcase breather, which we will do, but we'll do that when the rain has stopped. Yucky stuff. Catch you all, I'm going to say tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, I'm sorry. For me it might be days, for you it'll be fractions of a second. See you then.